So I want to describe the kinematic equations with constant acceleration and give you an algorithm, let's say, for solving them. Here they are, and I've labeled them from 1 through 5. These may differ a little bit from the ones stated in your book. So the first one is the equation describing v versus t. V is a function of time is equal to the initial velocity plus the acceleration times time. And so you should think of this as v naught being the y-intercept, a being the slope. This equation now, so there's kind of two things to think about: the equation and the missing quantity from the equation. So this first equation is missing the displacement, x minus x naught. Again, another little note. So these equations would differ in symbols slightly if you were going in the y direction rather than the x direction. And I think your book has little either x or y subscripts here and x or y subscripts here and here as appropriate. Equation 2, x minus x naught, the displacement, in other words, is equal to v naught t plus 1/2 a t squared. And so the symbol missing from this is v. V naught is here, but v is not here. What's the difference between v naught and v? V is the instantaneous velocity at a general time t. V naught is the instantaneous velocity at time 0. Equation 3. V squared is equal to v naught squared plus 2a times the displacement. Missing quantity here is t. Equation 4. Displacement x minus x naught is equal to 1/2 v naught plus v times t. Missing quantity a. Okay, to paraphrase this fourth equation, which turns out to be surprisingly useful, is the displacement is equal to the average velocity times the time. Okay, so this is the one you would use for making motion diagrams. Equation 5, displacement x minus x naught is equal to vt minus 1/2 at squared. Missing quantity v naught. Alright, so please compare equation 2 and equation 5 because they're quite similar. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is equation 2 has v naught t, equation 5 has vt. And as a result of this being v and v naught, this last quadratic term, and there is a typo here, this should be t squared, my apologies, is negative. Okay. So the algorithm is to determine which of 5 quantities q, okay, so these are the quantities here, which of the 5 quantities q in the particular problem you're trying to solve is not involved, and by that I mean it's not either involved as a known or as a targeted unknown, in other words an unknown for what you're trying to solve. B is based on what this missing q is, the q that's not involved is, select the equation corresponding to that, and then C, substitute the 3 given quantities that you have in the problem statement into that. This is the equation that you've selected, and then solve for the unknown quantity.